So, as you all know, I was in Canterbury for a semester abroad this past fall, and I was studying at Canterbury Christchurch University with my school, and it was an amazing experience. You know, I've always loved, I'm an Anglophile. I love British history, British culture, British etc. And so the chance to, go to school there, learn there was amazing. I mean, I would never change that experience for anything. I met so many people that I love and friends that I just adore that I met there. And it was such an amazing experience to deal with. But tell you more about it. I took a class on Children's Lit, which was probably one of the best classes I've ever taken on that topic, which is why I talked about fairy tales for like so long after the fact. British Romanticism, which told me that I hate Wordsworth. Like, oh my god, I want to throw him down a bridge. Romantic poets, I have issues with them because so many of them are like goddamn hippies. Like, they want to talk about nature and all this kind of stuff about how people should be one with nature and love nature and blah blah blah, and how the farmer is great and fuck the urban society. Like, first of all, none of these people who are talking about all this farming thing even live on a farm. They live in cottages that they afford because of that special urban education that they are denouncing so badly. It's just a whole bunch of people up at top telling people down below that what they should want and aspire to, and I can't stand that on the reg. I took a class about British history, which was great. I learned a lot that I really had no idea about. Like, even with my own thing, I really just, stick to Tudor history, Stuart history, that kind of thing, and the War of the Roses. But to learn from the beginning on to, the Victorian era, that was really interesting. Modern Britain, we talked about a lot of the issues going on in Britain right now. And learning about British identity and how class works there and the differences between American culture, British culture, and just how, I thought it was really interesting how, Britain does not consider itself to be European completely. Like, it's almost its own sort of entity. And that was really interesting to learn about. I took a class on world religions, which was really interesting because we didn't talk about, the usual Judeo-Christian religion and then Islam. We talked about Taoism, Confucianism, Buddhism, Hinduism. So that was really interesting because I love learning about those things, those religions that I, grew up kind of learning about a little bit about, especially with Hinduism. And then, of course, the traveling and stuff. As many of you know, I went to a comic convention, and that's where I met Ivana Lynch, who plays Luna Lovegood, one of the best days of my life. And the girl who plays Arya on Game of Thrones, she's adorable. She's so sweet and so nice. And you can just tell she's a little kid. What was so cute, I think I mentioned this before in the other videos, David Tennant was there. He was glorious. It's like a god came down and just washed upon the world. When he was doing his own picture signing and everyone was coming out, I saw her coming out of the David Tennant booth. I'm just like, she loves Doctor Who too, just like everybody else. And that was great. Seeing David Tennant was amazing. What was personally great for me is, so I love Lacuna Coil. If you've seen my old videos from back when I had that really stupid gothic looking opening, I had the part of the opening from Our Truth playing during that opening. Well, Lacuna Coil had a concert when I was in England at a venue that was about, 30 minutes away from me, and Straight Line Stitch was opening for them, so I got VIP tickets and I went to go see them, and I got a poster signed by them, and I got to meet the entire band, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I was right in the front, and I met such many nice people, and I was right in the front, and it was amazing. And then I got to talk to them for 20 minutes. He is not only gorgeous, but he's hilarious, the bassist. And he threw his pick at me and I caught it. I was so happy. Well, first, I didn't really catch it the first time, but he threw it to me. It dropped, but I found it. Because I was not leaving that venue without that damn thing. And then Straight Line Stitch, I met them, and the thing was, like, I was talking to the drummer, no, I was talking to the guitarist of the band for, like, ever while I was waiting for the VIP tickets to come in, because they were, like, doing their own merchandise and everything, and they were so nice. And then Alexis came out, and she was all cute and whatever, and she came out, and I was just like, I love you, and she was like, I love you too. I was like, oh, yes. And I kept saying I love you to her, and she kept saying I love you back. We had a connection. It was beautiful. I was so happy. So good live. It was a great show. I mean, she has the voice of an angel, and she is gorgeous. Like, she was so hot. Like, her little outfit, best day ever. While I was there, I also got to see Arthur Christmas, which made me cry. That was such a good movie. Like, I mean, Christmas has gotten sort of disillusioned for me as I've been growing older. You know, it's not just about the presents, but just 'cause, like, you know, grew up a Catholic school, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and thinking about, oh, Jesus' birthday, Friday, oh, not really Jesus' birthday, oh, when Jesus was born, oh, actually just a knockoff of every other holiday that's around that time of the year. So I just don't really care about it the same way, but that movie reminded me of what it was like when I was a kid, and Christmas was coming. I'm just kind of like, yay! And it was just like, that excitement and that joy, I felt it. And I was actually really in the Christmas spirit when I saw that movie and after I saw it. And it just left a good image with me. I also saw Midnight in Paris when I was there, right after I had come back from Paris. So watching that movie just was like the most amazing experience. Like, that was one of my favorite movies I've seen in this entire year, was Midnight in Paris. It's probably the best movie I saw all last year. So I did go to Paris. For those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, you saw my pictures. We saw all the big sites, you know, the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame. We went to the Père Lachaise, the graveyard where Oscar Wilde was buried, where Cosette was buried. I got a picture of myself by her grave. Oscar Wilde's grave was under renovation, which was a pain in the ass. My friend still manages to leave like a little keychain of hers around because they wanted to, you know, get all the kisses off, which was really upsetting. And my friend also took a picture with Chopin's grave, and that was really great. Paris was really beautiful. I mean, everything that was there, the streets, everything was put together, it was just gorgeous. I mean, it was beautiful. And then we got to go up to Versailles to see the castle, and damn, you could smell the debt that had accumulated and created that thing. I mean, it's all, I mean, I know it's kind of like, you know, street toys, but it was all blinged out and everything. I mean, it was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, you can tell that the hip-hop stars of that period would be up at that place. Like, it was great. The only bad thing about it was that there was always tourists every fucking where. And, you know, the New Yorker in me is kind of like, get the fuck out of my face. Keep it moving. Like, me and my friend, she's from Long Island, I'm from New York City. So we're just sitting there, it's kind of like, God damn, why won't this line move? Like, we just want to just sit, take the picture and just keep going. But everyone's be like, oh, look at it. Oh my God. I'm like, hurry up. People have to keep moving. And it'd be like a whole group of just people just pushing their way through. It's horrible. But other than that, like, Paris was beautiful. You know, we got to take a ferry tour. So we went in on a boat and we just went under all the bridges, and it was so cool. I mean, it was just beautiful. We just walked around Paris one night, and we wanted to see the Eiffel Tower all lit up. And so we were sitting by one of the bridges waiting for it to light up, and we saw it twinkling, because, you know, every hour it'll start twinkling. It was twinkling like a Christmas tree. It was so beautiful and bright, and it was just like, this is amazing. Like, I had such a great time. And I speak French, not fluently, so if you leave me comments in French, I will Google translate them, but I know enough of it to get around and read and stuff like that, like read enough of it. So it inspired me to actually brush up on my French. I actually bought a book of fairy tales by Perrault in French so I could like translate it on my own and learn more about it. And then finally we went to Dublin. Dublin was great. We were just it was kind of a lazy week because, you know, it was a reading week or independent study week, and so we just took that entire week. We took the coach from Kent all the way up to the top of Scotland so we could get on the ferry and take the ferry all the way to Dublin. It was a long trip. It was about 16 hours. And we're just like, we could totally just take a plane, but we wanted to save our money, so we could just take it and stay at a hostel. And we stayed at a great hostel. I met a fish named Igor. He was like the best fish I've ever seen in my life. He had huge buggy eyes. It was beautiful. And we just hung out. We just, you know, we stayed by the mall area the entire time. We just relaxed. It was just a great place. And just like, it was a really good city. Like, it reminded me of home. You know, just the way the streets were all painted. It reminded me of Brooklyn. It was just so beautiful. I loved being there, you know, being in Europe. It was just an amazing experience. When we were in London, you know, we went to, like, we had, like, special tours because it was through a school program. So we went to the Tower of London. We went to, you know, Bath. We went to, Stonehenge. We went to Oxford. We went to Dover because we were right by there. We did so much. It was just an amazing experience. We went to Shakespeare's Globe, that bridge that gets destroyed in Harry Potter 6. We was on that. It was amazing. But it was an amazing experience. I loved everywhere I traveled to. So I had a great time. You know, I enjoyed every moment of it, and I just felt like I wish I was back there. And then I don't love America, and I love America. Don't even know that's my country, is where I'm from. And I love, you know, being home, but at the same time, I miss going to school there. Like, that's one thing. I enjoyed school there. When it was my English classes that I took, I enjoyed every moment of it because it was fascinating. It was fun. I was learning what I always wanted to learn, and learning it in a place that I've always wanted to be. So it was just an amazing experience overall. And, you know, I got to meet Evanna Lynch, Aria, and I got to meet, you know, Straight Line Stitch. It was, beyond words. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I hope I can go back one day, especially to visit all my friends that I met there. But I'm poor, so I doubt that. But it was an amazing experience. Again, if you're my friend on Facebook, you've probably seen my pictures. And if you add me there, you can also see my pictures there as well. But, yeah, it was a great experience. I loved it. Wouldn't change it for the world.